Hey there fellows, Buddy Spike here. This is British Airspace 146. It's a short-haul and regional airline that was manufactured in the United Kingdom by British Airspace. The production of this aircraft ran from 1983 until 2001. During this time, 387 aircrafts were built. This aircraft comes in various different configurations. There is -100, -200, and -300 being the longest one. And all the configurations have 4 engines, high cantilever wing monoplane with a T-tail. The aircraft is convertible for freight or passengers, and this Payware add-on offers all versions of this aircraft with various different liveries. I'm a former mechanical engineer with engineering design expertise, and I was fascinated by the 3D model of this aircraft. So I wanted to talk about that in this video. I'll be showing the interior and exterior model and some animations in this aircraft. So without further ado, enjoy the video fellas. Alright, so we're at Lanseria Airport at runway 25, and this is where I'm going to show you all the 3D model features of this aircraft. This, I must say, is one of the highest quality add-on. It's a third-party add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It has, I think, one of the highest quality 3D model inside and outside. And this plane is just spectacular to look at. So we're going to start off from the front, and as you can see, it has quite a bit of nice details in the front with the pitot tube and the angle of attack sensor. I believe this bottom one is the angle of attack sensor, and then we have the weather radar up front, and the nose wheel gear has a decent 3D model, but the texture seems a bit more desirable, to be honest. Let's move on, and we have I don't know what these things are, but they are modeled. And the rivets, if you look at the rivet, it's like every single rivet is I don't think it's modeled, but it's in the textures, and it looks really nice, not bad at all. As you can see, it's an old aircraft, so the riveting is quite prominent in the old aircraft. Here we have the door and the cockpit, and what's really nice is everything is visible inside the cockpit, even from the outside. But when you pop inside, then you can see the details lighten up, as you would see when you're inside the cockpit. When you come out, it's like low level detail. Well, you don't need high detail when you're viewing the airplane from the outside. So moving towards the back, we have these giant 4 engines, very beautifully modeled. They look absolutely amazing. And we have the leading edge over here. The wing seems fine as well. I'm going to have the air brakes and the flaps fully down to see the details. Just give me a second. Alright, the flaps are coming down, the air brakes are out, and the flaps look nice. The 3D model is just amazing, and yep, looks as high quality as you would expect from $60+ add-on. And we have I think this should be a rotating beacon. I think it is a rotating beacon. Hold on. Yeah, it is rotating, I think. Here we have some antennas for, I think, communication. And if you check out the main gear, I think the main gear is one of the highest quality in my opinion. And the compartment that holds the landing gear is also very nicely detailed. I think I'm going to have some nice shot of landing while the camera is, let's say, inside the compartment. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Now, moving further back, as you can see, the air brakes are quite prominent design for this aircraft. This is a very distinct design. I think this was also in another aircraft, I think ASUS if I'm not mistaken. The back of the plane just opens up and increases the drag and act like air brakes. And as you can see, there's a truss that holds on to the lights, and the rest of the frame the outside part of the frame just opens up. Here we have the huge stabilizer and the elevators here, and I'm going to show you the changing of the trim. As you can see, there are trim tabs on the elevators. They look very nice. So this is changing of the trim. As you can see on the trim tab, adjusts according to your trim, and when it is in neutral position it just flushes with the rest of the elevator. And this is the movement of the elevator. So for this aircraft you can activate the reverse thrust, but it's just gonna give you forward thrust. And so I believe this aircraft does not have reverse thrust. You only got air brakes and wheel brakes to stop this plane. I think because it's an old aircraft, this is how it is. Now what I'm going to do is take you inside the aircraft and let's check out what we got inside modeled. And voila, we have all the whole cabin inside modeled with all the seats 3D modeled, and we have the toilet over here in case anybody wants to, you know, relieve themselves, and we have the door here. The door is pretty nicely 3D modeled. Yep. And if you just go through this door, we head towards the cockpit. Yep, we have a bunch of warning lights popping up right now. So the inside of the cockpit is just one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. So over here we have, I think, seat for third pilot, just in case. So what I'll do now is of this aircraft and show you a landing gear animation, and let's see how that goes. One of the things I really like about this plane is the engine sound. I think it has one of the best engine sounds for third-party add-on. The engine really screams that toga power. And this aircraft really kind of wants a long runway. I noticed. I don't know how close it is to the accurate numbers, but it does require quite a bit of run up for the aircraft to lift off. By the way, this is a replay I just did right now, and just want to watch the landing gear up animation as soon as we have liftoff. As you can see, the nose is up, but the plane takes its sweet time to lift off. And we have liftoff, the hydraulics have extended, the wheels are free, and 3, 2, 1, landing gears in. Beautiful animation. Spectacular. So I've noted this is one of the hardest planes to land. As you can see, my rate of descent is almost 3,000 feet per minute, and my landing was not that smooth, not as smooth as I wanted, but well, I landed the aircraft. It was a safe landing, I would say, and this plane just flies beautifully. But I will admit that this plane is not easy to fly. You need kind of a bit of practice. It does handle differently from an Airbus A320 and the 747. But yeah, here's the landing I just did. I'm gonna fast forward here. So this is the replay from the ground. Sadly, I don't see any tire smokes when the plane lands, and this is with most of the third-party add-ons, that they don't emit tire smoke as you would expect. And even though my landing was not as smooth, my landing wasn't that smooth that you wouldn't see tire smokes, but sadly still maybe they might implement tire smokes in the upcoming update. Guys, I have made video on quite a few different Payware add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator. For the playlist of all those Payware add-ons, the link is in the description if you want to check it out. As always, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you on the next one. Buddy Spike.